Minister Rebecca Kadaga and National Vice Chairperson Eastern Uganda Calvin Echodu, joined by thousands of party supporters in Bugiri district, have accompanied the NRM presidential candidate Yoweri Kaguta Museveni to launch his campaign trail in Busoga region. Addressing his first rally in Busoga in Bugiri district headquarter grounds, the president re-emphasized the need to vote for NRM as a window to sustainable development, security and prosperity. Take a look.
It has been a sea of yellow at Bugiri District Headquarters grounds as thousands attended the Saturday 15th November 2025 NRM presidential rally. In Bugiri, Museveni has been accompanied by Uganda's top performing artists. The transition from Gravity Mutoju to Idris Musuza, alias Kenzo, was electrifying. With now over 70 days of the presidential campaign trail, candidate Museveni has officially took his political mobilization to Busoga sub-region. The evening rally was graced by the former Vice President of Uganda, Dr. Special Zawandira Kazibwe, First National Vice Chairperson Haji Moses Chigongo, First Deputy Premier Rebecca Kadaga, SEC members Calvin Echodu and Rachel Todong, as well as Ministers Mile Babalanda, Peter Ogwang, Persis Namuganza and Justin Kasule Lumumba.
Your Excellency, we welcome you to Bugiri as we start the rallies for Busoga sub-region.
Government ya NRM etuwaire amasomero mu parishes 12 mu district ede Bugiri dona.
The receiving remarks included that of Right Honorable Rebecca Kadaga, Calvin Echodu and Alhaji Moses Chigongo.
And we are so excited. He is still the rallying and the uniting point of Busoga. The numbers here testify to that these people are united, are rallying around you.
Ensonga y'okubidwa abakoli n'okubakaba nti nga muwala waimwe ndikubakaba nti ali ebintu ebitasanusa enuma awo byakosa buzina byakosa aye kulwa Busoga ndikubasaba nti mwigale olwigi ku byaliwo tulinga emberi tutambule yalala tutambule ndi Uganda kubanga tulina okulaakulana. So ndikubasaba mugemere NRM ebintu bitambule bulungi.
Kakati essaawa eno gye tuliko enyimiriza wano yakubasaba bululu, mbasaba muwe movement obululu nga muva ku chairman waffe waggulu okutuukira ddala wansi nga mulonda ba NRM abalina flag zaffe.
The Bugiri campaign rally makes it the 63rd address of candidate Yoweri Kaguta Museveni.
I am here with other leaders to ask you to vote for the NRM.
Launching his manifesto in Busoga, the president presented the construction of different roads in the area as a major bridge to the region.
When you look at the roads, we have done the Jinja, Kampala, Jinja, Tororo road a number of times. It was old, we had to do it a number of reconstruct it.
He promised that although more works are pending, but if voted, his government is ready to accomplish them.
There are others we are going to do. The one from Jinja to Budondo to Mbolamuti.
To the sub-counties of Muterere, Busowa, Kapyanka, Namayemba, Budaya, Wuni, Bugiri Town Council, among others, Museveni has pledged more service delivery in the health, water and education sectors.
But the plan upgrade Bugoyo's health center 2 to health center 3 in Namayemba.
His major emphasis has been on wealth creation, while addressing thousands of residents of Bugiri district.
So that's why the NRM from the 1960s was insisting that separate development from wealth.
This huge turn-up of supporters, according to the NRM, reveals the political baptism of the party in Bugiri district.
So therefore, I appeal to you, support the NRM as you did the other time. so that we do more.
President Museveni will campaign in Busoga for the next coming 5 days. Robert Nyango, UBC News.
The Forum for Democratic Change presidential candidate Nathan Nandala Mafabi has assured the people of Arua Central Division that he has come in the campaign to relieve them of economic stress and crisis.
The Forum for Democratic Change presidential candidate Nathan Nandala Mafabi and his campaign team, together with the FDC flag bearers for Arua Central Division, have held a procession on Arua streets as part of his campaign strategy. Arua Central Division Member of Parliament flag bearer Mozaid Kemis had a good number of tuk-tuk bikes to transport his supporters. Mafabi was given a warm welcome at Arua Nursery and Primary School grounds, where he held his rally in Arua Central Division. The presidential candidate expressed dissatisfaction that Arua City is being enjoyed by a few people while majority continue to languish in poverty in villages.
It's a city. It should be beyond this, whereby people would be enjoying the city to maximum. But it's only a few people who are enjoying at the expense of the rest of you, and that's why you have poverty in your homes. Manifesto, which clearly shows what we want to do so that we resolve the current crisis we're in, the economic stress, the economic crisis, which is causing our people to live a distressful life.
The candidate popularized the issues in his manifesto to the crowd in Arua, assuring them how he will fight corruption and also have taxes on essential commodities reduced.
From NRM to FDC. Then the other one here with all the ID.
In other news, the First Lady and Minister of Education and Sports, Mrs. Janet Museveni, on Friday presided over the official opening of the Henry K. Grameen Hospital in Suna Zone, Kabowa Parish, Rubaga Division. After commissioning the Grameen Hospital, the First Lady addressed a large gathering of residents who braved the heavy afternoon rainfall at Chitebi Secondary School. Take a look.
Constructed at a cost of shillings 400 million and fully funded by savings of members of the Grameen Women's Development Initiative, which was started with the seed Mrs. Museveni donated to the women to enhance household incomes during Harvest Rubaga Division in May 2023. Mrs. Museveni applauded the Rubaga women under the Grameen project for their unity, commitment to self-reliance and prudent financial management. She also commended their resilience and discipline, noting that their low-interest loan model mirrors the original spirit of the Grameen Bank in Bangladesh.
My prayer was that the women of Africa would learn to work together, to stretch out and hold hands together, and be united and save their little money, which can make banks. Don't feel like you have arrived. Don't feel like you have done what you wanted and it's done and it's finished. It's not finished. It has just started. You have built a foundation Now you need to build on that.
She advised the Grameen project to extend to other parts of Kampala and the country and urged Rubaga residents, especially the youth, to embrace unity, hard work and national pride.
We want to see you mobilize Rubaga, the whole of it. Go to your neighbors' houses, mobilize them, let them understand the meaning of NRM and the seriousness of what it wants to do for the people of Uganda, so that Rubaga can vote NRM and we make a miracle that will speak for itself, that the Uganda we know going forward, the Uganda we want going forward is a united Uganda, that Africa may know that there is an African country on the continent of Africa that is united and it is strong.
The First Lady also officially handed over keys to a new Scania school bus donated to Kitebi Secondary School, a development the school administration said would ease transport and improve participation in academic and co-curricular programs.
Mama, we started skilling programs which have equipped women with vocational skills, enabling them to generate income and support their families. The different skilling programs, Mama, include bookmaking, which is done in Mutunde Parish, shoe polish making, which is done in Kawala Parish, liquid soap and shampoo, which is done in Kaboa Parish, pineapple juice, which is done in Natete, hibiscus juice, which is done in Busega, bar soap making that is done in Lunguja, Guramen jelly lotion, and oil that is done in Najanankumbi.
The Grameen initiative has issued more than shillings 1.5 billion in low-interest loans, supported skilling programs, offered over 15,000 bursaries, helped women acquire land in several districts, established a Grameen Student Association with 16,000 members, and also runs a social protection fund covering weddings, funerals and emergencies. The head teacher at Kitebi Secondary School, Haj Kamlega Muhammad, hailed the First Lady for her continued support, noting that the school has achieved significant progress since her visit in April 2024. Reporting for UBC, Baguma William.
Well, thank you, Baguma, for that report. NRM Director for Mobilization, Dr. Rosemary Nansubuga Seninde, has applauded the people of Busia for turning up in large numbers to welcome President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni as he concluded his campaign trail in the Bukedi sub-region. Dr. Seninde noted that although the president did not perform strongly in the area during the previous election, she is optimistic that this time the voters will overwhelmingly support him.
Busia district, and it has been a mammoth crowd. It has been a big gathering. People have expressed a lot of love and appreciation to His Excellency the President. Of course, we want to thank the President because he has been putting emphasis on his 4 milestones. One of them is the peace and stability that he ushered in the country and that has led to development. He talks about wealth. He talks about socio-economic empowerment of our people and the programs that have been put in place, like PDM, which are helping our people to get out of poverty. He's putting a lot of emphasis on poverty alleviation, and I pray and hope the people, wherever he has gone, have got his message, and I believe they will be able to change if they have actually got the message well, and they cherish the government programs that the President has put in place to help help empower our people. Socio-economic empowerment he has always talked about. I also want to implore the people of Busoga, where he's entering today, to also receive the president in big numbers with love. The divisions and the conflicts that we have been hearing in the Busoga sub-region, we believe is going to be different this time round, and we hope the people of Busoga are also going to welcome the president. And of course, I want to say that we are not looking at only these rallies, because rallies are good, but we want these rallies to transform into, or to translate into votes.
The NRM Vice Chairperson for Western Uganda, Engineer Jonad Asimwe, has instructed independents in Bunyoro sub-region who lost the election during the NRM party primaries but are still in the contest to heed to the advice of the National Party Chairperson by withdrawing from the race in favor of the flag bearers. Bunyoro sub-region has over 40 independent candidates at the LC5 and MP levels who participated in the NRM party primaries but returned in the race for general elections. Engineer Asimwe has urged independents to withdraw from the race in favor of the official party flag bearers, noting that they should always take the advice of the National Party Chairperson, Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, who has continuously advised not to allow any party to take over any political seat due to the influence of the independents. Engineer Asimwe adds that, as the party's top leadership, they will sit and chart how they address the anomalies that occurred in the party primaries so that they do not happen again. He made the remarks while addressing reporters in Hoima City.
Let us remain on the ideology of the party. The ideology of the party is very simple. Let us avoid sectarianism, which is developing across Uganda, where people are voting by religion, where people are voting by tribes, where people are voting by final issues. Those are the things where NRM came on and said, no, that one is gone.
He further explains that plans are underway to address the issue of divisionism in the party.
And those who had some challenges during the elections, I would say sorry for whatever happened, but as a SEC member, and also I have other SEC members, we are going to work together to ensure that by the other elections coming on, we do not have those kind of issues where people have really a lot of complaints in the tribunals during the elections.
He has also dismissed claims by some people that Bunyoro has not benefited from oil and gas.
One of the candidates was quoted saying that when he's voted to power as the president, he will give 25%. Yet the whole country is going to benefit on revenues, profits of 12.5%. So now how are you going to break into the production costs to give it to the people? So it is very important that our candidates, they need to read hard and try to understand their manifesto and relate it to what exactly are factual.
Meanwhile, Susan Asimwe, who participated in the NRM party primaries for the Hoima District Woman Member of Parliament seat but lost, says she decided to come back as an independent because her political agenda was not heard by the voters.
Like here in Wikia, they are saying there is no secondary school, whereby they want me, if at all I'm voted into power, I go and rob for them, I coordinate and cooperate with other area MPs so that we bring it on board. And I have found it very, very, very vital because it is a lack and other many things.
In another development, the British High Commission in Uganda has joined other missions around the world to celebrate the official 77th birthday of His Majesty King Charles III of the United Kingdom at the High Commissioner's residence in Nakasero. We have the details.
President Yoweri Museveni and the UK-Uganda partnership.
The climate and nature-themed reception welcomed diplomats, ministers, the business community, traditional and political leaders, among others, who praised King Charles for his commitment to environmental conservation, sustainable development, and the kingdom's support to Uganda.
We're hugely grateful to the United Kingdom government and all those who've been involved over the years. So we have an ambition together, and that collaboration is very, very special.
We congratulate the King Charles, on his birthday. And as UWA, we are so excited about this collaboration between Uganda Wildlife Authority and the UK government. One of our national parks is called Queen Elizabeth National Park. Close to Queen Elizabeth, we have Gwindi Impenetrable National Park that has been ranked the 3rd best destination in the world. And we want to dedicate this win to the King Charles on his birthday.
It is not only about celebration of the party, but it is celebration of the partnership that Uganda has with the United Kingdom.
The British High Commissioner to Uganda, Her Excellency Lisa Chesney, appreciated His Majesty King Charles III's commitment to preserving the environment and the good partnership between Uganda and the UK in environmental projects.
His Majesty King Charles III, he was campaigning for conservation before many of us were even born. And actually his son and his heir, His Royal Highness the Prince of Wales, joined my Prime Minister at COP in Brazil. That's the commitment that our royal family has to climate and nature, and why we've made it so central tonight. And we've achieved an awful lot together this year, UK and Uganda.
The Minister for Energy and Mineral Development, Ruth Nankabirwa, was the chief guest. She thanked the President of the Republic of Uganda, His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, for demonstrating a strong relationship between the UK and Uganda, as well as the British High Commission's commitment to promoting culture, conservation and development in Uganda.
First of all, I must say that Uganda-UK cooperation has lasted for decades, and we have cooperated very well in many sectors, and I am seeing intensified and deepening of this relationship when it comes to conservation of nature.
On behalf of my government and my own behalf, I would like to extend our warmest congratulations and best wishes to His Majesty. Allow me also convey the warm greetings and best wishes from His Excellency General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni.
The event also featured a display by National History Museum Wildlife Photographer of the Year competition, alongside wildlife photography from Uganda, contributed by partner organizations and local photographers.
2, 1.
State Minister for Lands, Dr. Sam Mayanja, has intervened in a dispute between an investor, A1 Delify Gianni, and some individuals within the Uganda Prison Service over an 84-acre piece of land earmarked for a major coffee processing project. The minister's investigation revealed that the prisons department does not own the land, but a few individuals allegedly hiding behind the institution are attempting to block development and grab the land.
The contested land is located in Mbukiro-Buyike district on Block 299, Plot 167. It was originally owned by Muwanguzi Aaron, Kajeka Winfred and Simon Chimera, who decided to sell it to an investor, Delifani Gianni, to facilitate development in the area. According to Simon Mukose, an assistant to Gianni, the investor intends to build a coffee processing factory, but construction has stalled due to the ongoing land conflict.
Era nsuubira Minisita Dana ng'omujulizi waffe enkulaakulana yasenga ku kitundu naye ng'era ebyo byonna byajjawo olw'ensonga gy'aba claimants oba petitioners.
The meeting to resolve the dispute was chaired by Minister Mayanja and attended by Minister in the Prime Minister's office and Buyike Woman Member of Parliament Diana Mutasingwa, RDC Major David Matovu, various local leaders and residents. Muwanguzi Aaron, who led the sale of the land, criticized individuals claiming to act under the prisons department.
Originally as brought in 93 okusinzira kwa petition. Naye it was later subdivided by the administrator.
RDC Major David Matovu and Minister Mutasingwa emphasized the importance of the proposed factory, saying it would boost development, create jobs and support the local economy.
So ebintu ebiri mu Buganda ku nsonga z'ettaka byo byatabuka dda. Tewanga abakulembeze weetuli okulaba nti ensonga z'ettaka tuzitereeza.
We give to the president is what is actually on the ground. One, we gather information, we do fact-finding missions and find out what is fueling this corruption.
In his directive, Minister Mayanja reaffirmed that Delifai Gianni is a rightful and lawful owner of the land as the title deed was properly processed.
Kakati oyo investor
Here, the land belongs to those who are written on it as proprietors. That is section 59 of the Registration of Titles Act. On this title here, the one written there is the investor. That name is a bit difficult. And it was legally sold. Now, we have checked through the system. Prisons authorities are not the owners.
He ordered the immediate commencement of construction of the coffee processing plant in line with a directive from President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni.
If the prisons authority want to certain their ownership, let them do so, let them come to the ministry. But I've been told that is not the prisons ministry or authority, but the individuals working in the prison authority or using them who come to use this land through cultivation.
The intervention comes ahead of President Museveni's planned visit to the We Cement Uganda factory, which lies on the same land being contested by some individuals linked to the prisons department.
A new GSMA report unveiled at the Digital Africa Summit in Kampala projects that Uganda could unlock nearly 1.8 million jobs and over 14 trillion shillings in economic value by 2030. GSMA's head of Africa, Angela Wamolo, stressed the need to prioritize people with affordable and reliable connectivity. Recommendations include cutting taxes on data and entry-level smartphones, modernizing regulations, and strengthening the link between the ICT and energy sectors to achieve a projected 99% internet coverage.
And for us, unlocking the potential fully in Uganda is about looking at how we work with the private sector and the public sector to develop the best strategic frameworks and policies, regulation that will be able to drive that technology and unlock its potential to the fullest.
So I believe with the efforts of bringing the devices to lower prices, bringing data prices low, at the same time government also trying to push our people out of poverty, I'm sure the intersection point where all of us will say, yes, now we can, the usage gap can be handled, is going to be reached soonest.
Excited about AI. We have put in place a task force which is going to guide the country on how we should approach the AI agenda so that we can reduce speculation, and we are also trying to see how that same task force will see how we can put in place a regulatory framework, because it is coming with so many challenges. It's very good. It's going to make business easier, but it's also coming with so many challenges which we have to start preparing to mitigate, I guess. So, as government, we are ready for the digital transformation world.
In other news, institutions of higher learning are urged to integrate advanced AI education and systems development to foster appreciation for artificial intelligence among Ugandans. Experts at the annual disability lecture at MOOBS emphasized the importance of understanding AI as the job market evolves during the fourth industrial revolution.
My name is Balibali
Balibali Michael, a hard of hearing individual, was born hearing but lost his hearing in 2006 while in primary school. Michael, now a graduate of science in construction management from Makerere University, is one of the few persons living with disabilities using AI on a daily basis for communication.
This opportunity to catch up with some information. Online meetings rather than occasion.
And
other gatherings, maybe religious gatherings, mostly when there is English.
While the app is not flawless, he acknowledges the need for patience in its usage.
It does not translate in our local languages. they find it hard to get information when it is in our local language, but mostly everything in English. And this app is not 100% perfect, but you have to learn how to use it.
Michael was one of the attendees at this year's annual disability lecture organized by Makerere University Business School MOBS, intended to empower students for the future workforce.
Ongoing commitment of Vision 2040, NDP4, the Africa Vision or Agenda of 2063, the SDGs, they are all calling us out to come and put effort in creating a place for persons with disabilities to thrive as other manners.
So we want to start this conversation, interest you. AI is more than ChatGPT, and AI is here to stay.
Nesta Paul Katende, an AI expert and entrepreneur in the technology sector, noted that the world is navigating the fourth industrial revolution. Hence, the job landscape is rapidly evolving, thereby necessitating understanding of AI for future relevance in the workforce.
But I will teach you vibe coding, using AI to build a website, to build a mobile application in minutes. So that when I'm done, I don't just give you the certificate, but I empower you also to create the digital business as well. So can universities organize those quick boot camps? Not 6 months boot camps, we don't have time for 6 months. Quick 2, 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks boot camp, empower them to create businesses, to create digital solutions using AI. Teach them the fundamental AI tools that are being used globally, to create businesses and digital products, and then launch them into the market.
The keynote address was delivered by Dr. Frederick Chitogo, the principal of Uganda Institute of ICT, who highlighted the potential of artificial intelligence as a catalyst for economic growth.
We shouldn't do AI for the sake of AI. It's inclusion. AI should be inclusive to support, all the different stakeholders, including the differently abled.
At the same event, the management of MOBS earmarked intentions to further widen the scope of inclusivity in services, as the principal, Professor Moses Muhwezi, elaborates.
We affirm inclusion as non-negotiable and treat AI as a means to improve learning quality, expand accessibility, and strengthen employability.
We are now going to invest in smart boards where you can expand that digital presentation so that some people are able to follow what the lecturer is teaching.
With anticipations that AI is here to stay, equipping oneself with this knowledge, students can position themselves as sought-after professionals, distinguished by their understanding of emerging trends and technologies.
Thank you so much, Mary Namukose, for that report. Now, UBC News Tonight takes a short break and returns with more news.
Ugandans, the unstoppable internet deal of deals is here with MTN WakaNet Fiber. Connect your home with our starter pack of 100 Mbps at only 99k. And if you want more speed for less, we've got you. Get the 200 Mbps at only 129k. And the fastest one yet? Enjoy up to 500 Mbps at only 250k. To sign up, use the My MTN app or dial *100 *23#. Offer is valid till the 30th of November for both new and existing subscribers. Together, our connection is unstoppable.
This is our home, our land, our Uganda. From the rolling hills to the busy streets, from the farmers in the fields to the students in classrooms, we are one people. Elections are a time to choose our leaders, not to fight our brothers and sisters. When violence enters the ballot box, the future of our country is wounded. But when peace leads the way, our nation grows stronger. On election day, choose unity over diversion, respect over hatred, and dialogue over destruction. Love your country, protect your fellow citizens, stand for peace, and say no to electoral violence. This message is brought to you by the Global Election Observation Mission, GEOM, in partnership with the Uganda Electoral Commission. Informed citizens, strong nation.
Kabogozi, where are you coming from?
From NSSF.
NSSF? You traveled all the way from Namaguli to get NSSF services. Lekanawe. NSSF is now everywhere. Come on, I show you.
You can register for NSSF. How contribute your simate life? Never deep down in the Marara. Make NSSF payments. No wahala okuve karangala. NSSF sure is not far. But this tomorrow kuhika gotido. Enjoy NSSF from where you are.
Access NSSF services right where you live. With over 20,000 quick teller agents across Uganda, now you can conveniently register yourself, make NSSF payments and contributions to your Smart Life account to Ubira. NSSF, a better life.
Nateranga nyingiro ne bana faba MTN wanje MTN walalo MTN gamachi to get the power to win njagalo ofune lyanyi okuwangula ogenda kuwangula ocha ngenda kubanga bobukade 10 buli week wanje ngenda kubanga kwasa obukade 10 buli week ku simu ye nyinyi chabonka chimuchoka line ya MTN bana beka buli ogenda okusasula ekintu kyonna ogenda okusasula nda okozesa momo obulya buli ogenda okusasula ngenda kyosasula kyonna kozesa momo ozo kwanga ngenda kwewola ka sente kozesa momo wanje ogenda ku investinga kozesa momo abwe MTN we jamani ne kwa bukade 10 buli week wala Castello bimala bwe pa wentandika ngamba kyekiriwo wanje nenkwata ku masimu ngamba halo walirudawa tenze tirinyi halo walirudawa zende guru halo walirudawa ndi mutukula halo oliwa ndi mwanange ndi wano mu office ntudde nyiga ma computer nenkuta awa namwe kasana benesi okuberanga mwana wote koze ebintu n'amanga epeyinze ebolowinze investinze ngekozesa momo. Remember to dial *165# or use the Momo app to borrow, to pay, to invest, and you could stand a chance to win 10 million weekly.
Step into elegance, step into confidence, step into La Vie Boutique. Located at Grand Imperial Hotel, Shop 6 and 8, right behind Bank of Uganda, La Vie Boutique brings you high-class corporate and casual wear for men. From sharp designer suits and crisp shirts to stylish casual t-shirts, tracksuits, shoes and accessories, we've got everything to make you stand out. Call us on 0772 419 181 or 0705 555 558. La Vie Boutique, where class meets style.
Welcome back from the break. UBC News Tonight continues. A growing rift has emerged within the Uganda People's Congress and the Forum for Democratic Change in Lango, as a group of party leaders and elders openly distanced themselves from UPC President Jimmy Akena's recent remarks. Akena had urged his supporters not to vote for President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, accusing him of blocking his presidential bid. But now some senior figures say he is misleading the people of Lango. We have a report.
And we cannot afford to alienate Lango region from the rest of the country.
A total of 17 leaders and elders drawn from UPC and FDC in the Lango sub-region have come out strongly, disowning the directives issued by UPC President Jimmy James Michael Akena, who recently told supporters not to vote for President Museveni.
Those who wanted to vote for me, who was deciding to vote for me, who are supporting me, don't think of giving my vote to the president. No.
Clear that we are disassociating ourselves from that position. Why? We are aware we have a court case which has not yet been concluded. So there's no meeting which the party is about to convene in the near future to give direction. So this must be very clear to UPC members all over the world.
Our party president was always telling us that we shouldn't go into head-on collusion. We should negotiate. So can we sit and negotiate so that we prepare ourselves?
The group includes UPC Vice Chairperson for Northern Region, District Chairpersons, party leaders, mobilizers and senior elders now operating under a group called FDC, and UPC leaders and elders.
My candidate, Nandala Mafwebo, is a competent person. But for the issue we have at hand now, the person who can address it is the person who have already started doing it, that we need to continue, and then until he does that, while we prepare to take over after we have already got what we want from it.
Reading from their resolutions passed on the 13th of this month, the group stated clearly that since UPC currently has no presidential candidate, they will not follow Kenya's call to oppose President Museveni.
To declare our unwavering support towards His Excellency President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, NRM party flag bearer for presidential election in Uganda 2026.
The leader say Kenya's directive, repeated during his address to party flag bearers and again on a local radio station, was never discussed or approved by any top party organ.
We are appealing to all people in Lango that let's support President Museveni for purposes of resources that we need to come in Lango.
We demonstrated in Lira Kambini Road. I was not part of them. Now that we have Kambini Road, what are we going to demonstrate again? We have talked about no Kibwa, no vote. There's no Kibwa construction going on.
The group insists they cannot be bought, but if the president is to reward the region, they ask the 3 strategic roads to be constructed and the long-standing issue of the Lango cattle compensation to be settled. They say they will now embark on a series of activities to ensure the president secures a majority vote in the Lango sub-region. Eddie Ulwa, UBC News.
Local leaders in the Rwenzori region are holding a series of security meetings aimed at strengthening community vigilance following recent coordinated attacks in the area. The discussions come in the wake of deadly raids on security installations in Kasese, Bundibujo and Fort Portal that left a soldier and civilians dead, while other officers are nursing injuries.
On the 1st of November 2025, unidentified assailants raided security installations in the Rwenzori sub-region, leaving several people dead and others injured. According to UPDF reports, the attackers, armed with machetes, submachine guns and other weapons, carried out coordinated assaults in Kasese, Bundibujo and Kabarole districts. The attacks claimed lives and sparked fear among residents as security forces intensified patrols.
But investigations are on. First of all, people were arrested, so the investigations won't be difficult, and some were put out of action. I would like to assure Ugandans that security in Kasese is okay. The security organs are on top of the game.
Bwambale Bamusede, an elder in Kasese district and former LC5 chairperson, links these isolated attacks to disgruntled individuals.
I think, and this is my personal view, that there must be some people who are sponsoring these type of people to destabilize peace and security in the Rwenzori sub-region with an aim of again creating fear in the population as we go towards elections.
He calls for amnesty and rehabilitation for those who have been apprehended.
These people, to take them to Luzera, in my view, is not going to help us. We need to gather them. We need to sensitize them. We need to grant them amnesty, because these are remnants of those people who were granted amnesty, and many of them have settled in the villages peacefully.
Minister Kabyanga has condemned the violence, saying those encouraging attacks under the guise of witchcraft must face the law.
Even when they didn't participate in physically participate in the attacks, they facilitate. So the population is identifying them, and they also want them to be arrested.
The first time I saw these things was in 1964 during the Mulele rebellion in Congo. That was the tactic they were using to fight by smearing themselves with clay, with all sorts of herbs, thinking that the bullets will just fall off from them.
It is a sin that everybody condemns, and we are condemning it in the strongest terms. The good thing, it has no attachment with the cultural institution, it has no attachment with the local leadership. These are people who are disgruntled, who are disoriented, who have been brainwashed, because I can't imagine a person who is normal, who can decide to get a panga to go and confront somebody with a mamba. It's not practical.
It's very surprising in this generation, this age. But that one shows us one thing, that as mobilizers we still have a lot of work to do. Our people are still living in ignorance, because you cannot be a person who is exposed and you behave the way we have seen these people behaving.
But now I think they are hiding in the shell of being traditional healers. But I think we need to process a law that differentiates those ones who cut people, that they should go and fight. The army bullets will not pick them, and those ones who treat using traditional methods and medicine.
It's my appeal to religious leaders to go deep into these mountains and preach the word of God.
Worth 99 billion shillings, the plan is intended to handle livelihood development aspects, to address poverty challenges among the youth who have been a target in a cycle of submissive activities in the Rwenzori region, including the recent panga welding attackers on police barracks in Kasese and Bundibujo districts.
That Rwenzori region, with the challenges we go through, the situation we are in, be treated as a special interest area, so that we don't be Rwenzori triangle. No, we should be Rwenzori as a region with its challenges, with its special happenings, so that we can work together, we can see how to cause transformation.
The Prime Minister said the kingdom will engage in various interventions to achieve its rebranding goals through partnerships with government and other development partners.
Some of the landmark projects and activities geared towards fostering peace, unity in diversity, reconciliation, social, cultural and economic transformation, and mindset change to be undertaken in the next 5 years.
Representing the President, the RDC Kasese Lieutenant Joe Walusimbi hailed the New Kingdom leadership for the rebranding strategy, saying government will support the kingdom's interventions to achieve its target.
And I think this will be an easy entry of government in supporting the kingdom. Because in the Bible says, God assists those who assist themselves.
The event was graced by the celebrations to mark the 59th coronation anniversary of the Obusenga, as well as his birthday that was occasioned by a birthday run.
In another development, the Archbishop of the Church of Uganda, His Grace Dr. Samuel Kazimba Mugalu, has applauded Mildmay Uganda for her efforts in the struggle to end HIV and AIDS. Dr. Kazimba Mugalu was officiating at the 8th graduation event of Mildmay Institute of Health Sciences at the center in Ndweza on Entebbe Road. We have the details.
By virtue of the authority entrusted to me, I award the additional medical records.
The role of Mildmay Hospital during the peak of the AIDS crisis in the 1980s and in the 1990s is a testament to the resilience, compassion, and dedication to the persons infected and affected by HIV/AIDS. As the HIV/AIDS pandemic spread, Mildmay Uganda was at the heart of response, providing care, counseling at the time when fear and stigma swept the world. It championed the provision of integrated holistic care for HIV/AIDS prevention, treatment, and training, offered the life-saving antiretroviral therapy, especially for children.
Mildmay has been a steadfast partner in delivering quality HIV care and broader health services, complementing government efforts across the country.
The Archbishop of the Church of Uganda, His Grace Dr. Samuel Kazimba Mugalu, honored Mildmay Uganda for the pioneer actions against HIV/AIDS. Dr. Kazimba was officiating at the 8th graduation event for Mildmay Institute of Health Sciences. The Director, Medical Services at Mildmay Uganda, Vion Karimaji, says the predominantly HIV/AIDS service organization has to date graduated into a vast comprehensive chain of services to the community.
We give health care for everybody, whether you are diabetic, hypertension. So we have comprehensive services. We deliver mothers here. We don't only look after one disease.
Some of the graduates in the area of HIV/AIDS care testify that the skills they have acquired will greatly enhance Uganda's target of reducing HIV prevalence by 2030.
We have to extend this knowledge not only to the people who have already acquired on how to continue living, but also to tell those ones who have not yet acquired how they can prevent themselves from getting HIV.
The importance of inclusion and the competence-based education has been emphasized as the avenue to drive Uganda's political, social and economic development.
The ambience at Kaboja International School has been one of glamour and color, as 59 grade 11 and 13 of the November cohort graduated with a certificate of completion.
It wasn't easy because at first I was the only girl. So being in year 11 taught me how to live with people, no matter what happens, and being confident.
The occasion was graced by the judge in the Uganda High Court, Tom Chimutai, who spoke dedication and discipline.
For every young person seated here, your future will not be handed to you on a silver platter. It will be shaped by your efforts, your discipline, your values, and your courage to pursue what's right.
Kaboja International School teaches the two curricula of International Baccalaureate and Cambridge, which are competent-based.
What does that one mean? It looks into the critical survival skills beyond the certificate. Beyond the certificate, it looks into critical survival skills. And in this, I mentioned that you must be a critical thinker to survive in this world. You must be a good communicator. You must be creative. And at the same time, you must be a long life learner. That what you learn today AI has come. Tomorrow, things may change.
The school's director, Ahmed Luasa, spoke to the affluent parents whose children study abroad, but need to benefit Uganda.
Studying abroad is one of the best things. Reason, they get integrity. We are looking at integrity. The products, when they study from there, they pick real values, values which are required in our society. And we encourage parents, let them come back and join the system here so that they can have those values put in the system and we benefit from them.
Kaboja International School has over the years innovated several programs to improve Uganda's education, but the recent dedication towards inclusivity is monumental.
We have the inclusive part of the system. Inclusive, that one mainly we're looking at people with disabilities. And today we have graduated our first student after 8 years. And Hannah is a living example, is a testimony to everybody, and everyone was very happy because she was told, she didn't know how to talk, then she started talking, she didn't know how to write, how to cope up with some of those things. But with our facilities on the ground, because right now it is a fully fledged department, we have a lot of facilities.
The school principal, Sam Turia, also emphasized the relevance of education institutions in the fight against corruption.
I'm not saying that corruption in government is taught in schools, but I'm emphasizing that schools should emphasize values of integrity. And when you emphasize values of integrity, you don't promote cheating. There's what we call academic integrity. And this curriculum we do promotes academic integrity. I'll call upon all education stakeholders that they say charity begins at home. From the schools where we are, teach the values, teach academic integrity. Then we can curb corruption that we are crying for.
There were awards for excellence at the graduation that was punctuated by drama performances.
The government of Uganda has reaffirmed its commitment to strengthening land governance and restoring gains made under the decade-long response to land policy in Uganda, RELAPO project. Stakeholders from the Ministry of Lands, Development, planners and district leaders on Friday converged for the official closure of the project, which has resolved land issues for more than 100,000 Ugandans.
After 10 years of implementation, the response to land policy in Uganda widely, RELAPO, has officially come to a close. Launched in 2016, the project set out to reduce land conflicts, strengthen land governance, and improve service delivery in 13 districts across the country.
By issuing certificates of occupancy and certificates of customary ownership, we are not just producing paper, we are producing security, peace, and hope. A certificate in the hands of a widow or an orphan is a shield against dispossession.
Representing the Permanent Secretary, Commissioner for Lands, Joseph Sembatia, highlighted the persistent challenges that continue to drive land disputes in Uganda. He traced for evolution of the country's land tenure systems and emphasized the need for sustained investment and reforms.
As it seems to be coming to an end, it is imperative that this experience of registering certificates of occupants is replicated in all the ministry zonal offices around the country.
Development partners also reflected on the project's impact.
Well over 100,000 households have been benefiting from our joint approach. And you know, a household is many people, so many more people are positively impacted.
Therefore, by formalizing land use and ownership, RELAPO has helped communities gain visibility and credibility in international value chains.
Project team leader Daniel Chirumira presented RELAPO's journey from a modest initiative to one of Uganda's most transformative land interventions.
The local governments and district local governments as well as sub-county local governments integrate land services within their development plans. Then that builds onto the momentum that communities are interested even in contributing to their land rights being documented.
The program has issued over 10,800 certificates of customary ownership, 558 certificates of occupancy, and supported households through land inventory protocols. It has also resolved documented land-related conflicts. This RELAPO project success leaves a legacy set to guide Uganda's land sector for years to come. Sudat Kaye, UBC News.
In business news, Uganda's commitment to protecting its people and the environment is earning international praise. Experts from the International Atomic Energy Agency commended the country's progress in strengthening radiation safety, setting a solid foundation as Uganda explores the path toward nuclear energy.
To strengthening nuclear and radiation safety as the country considers future nuclear power development. The 10-day review assessed the country's readiness to regulate the peaceful use of nuclear and radiation technologies.
The purpose of this mission was to advise us how short we fall
below the standards. And I've highlighted those areas for improvement. This is common all over the world, in all member states. There is no member state in the world that is 100% in line with the IK safety standards.
The IRS mission team, comprising 10 international experts and 2 IAEA officials, commended the Atomic Energy Council's human resources and competence, but called for additional training.
You cannot say, I've trained and that's the end. No. The principle is continuous training, because also technology puts on the follow. The other area is to strengthen our legal framework, starting from the law and the subsidiary legislation. Those are the regulations.
The Minister for Energy and Mineral Development, Dr. Ruth Nankabirwa, expressed her gratitude to the team and welcomed the expertise provided to the Atomic Energy Council.
The issue of atomic energy, nuclear energy, is an issue for the entire region, because we are committed to exploit the resources that we have. So we cannot joke around, and I am just standing here to assure you that the recommendations will be followed to the letter.
She reaffirmed government's commitment to the Buyende nuclear plant by 2031, saying it will create job opportunities for young, educated Ugandans. The International Atomic Energy Agency's findings will guide Uganda as it prepares for possible future nuclear developments, ensuring that safety remains at the forefront. Recommendations focus on strengthening safety policies, clarifying regulatory roles, improving inspections, and meeting International Atomic Energy Agency's safety standards. Mutonyi Hilda, UBC.
The National Agriculture Crops Resources Research Institute has been credited for carrying out impactful agriculture research, which has been pivotal in building resilience in the country's food systems through the release of various high-yielding, disease-resistant crop varieties. This was during the 75th anniversary celebrations of the Institute, officiated by the Minister of State for Agriculture in charge of crop production, Fred Bwino Chakulaga, in Namulonge.
For 75 years, the National Agriculture Crops Resources Research Institute, NACRI, has been at the forefront of Uganda's fight for food security, developing improved crop varieties, combating plant diseases, and supporting farmers across generations.
While we applaud you for the achievements over the years, we cannot afford to be complacent. We want more. We want to see areas that have continuously struggled with food shortage to be food secure. And we want to see growth in yields through not only better crop varieties, but also technologies that make farming easier.
Established in 1947 as a cotton research station, the Institute has had breakthroughs in various crops and cereals, putting scientists central in battling devastating outbreaks like cassava mosaic disease and protecting food security for millions.
Now, in the 90s, when cassava was threatened by cassava mosaic disease and the cassava brown split virus disease, the scientist who was at the center of developing solutions and innovations to rescue the crop, restore hope amongst Ugandans, and stabilize Uganda's food security is Dr. Titus Achai.
The 190 and more crop varieties released in the last 7 decades have helped farmers increase yields and build resilience against climate change.
Over the past 7 decades, this institute has released 190 crop varieties. We have contributed to control of devastating pest outbreaks and disease epidemics. We have developed and disseminated knowledge production practices, improved nutrition technologies, and also climate resilience technologies.
And on the front of all other
number of applications, engineering, soils, we are all there. We want to thank the journey with all development partners, and above all, we want to thank the vision and the support of His Excellency the President of this country, with the guidance has given to NARO.
The Institute advocates for the reviving of cotton production to tap into the products got from the crop.
And I'm just sad that because of cotton marketability globally, cotton has gone down. But it's our prayer now that cotton is again revived. Because I was checking what products can we get, the cotton value chain has almost 21 products.
The event also honored scientists, past and present, whose work has shaped Uganda's agricultural landscape. Mary Namkose, UBC News.
Following our earlier communication regarding the technical challenge that affected the transmission of some free-to-air television channels, Uganda Broadcasting Corporation UBC wishes to provide the public with an update on the ongoing restoration efforts. Our engineering and technical teams have been working diligently to resolve the issue and restore normal transmission. While substantial progress has been made, the process has taken longer than initially anticipated due to the complexity of the fault. We assure our valued viewers and partners that full restoration remains our top priority and every necessary measure is being taken to ensure a stable and reliable signal across all affected platforms. In the meantime, we kindly advise viewers to rescan their TV sets to access the available channels. This will ensure that you can view the channels that are currently broadcasting without interruption. UBC sincerely apologizes for the inconvenience this disruption has caused and appreciates the continued patience and understanding of our audiences as we finalize the recovery process. Further updates will be provided through our official communication channels as progress continues. For additional information, please contact Public Relations Office, Uganda Broadcasting Corporation UBC. Email info@ubc.go.ug or +256 703 826 623.
Agriculture is Uganda's economic backbone, employing about 70% of the working population and contributing 20% of the GDP. As the world becomes a digital global village, ICT has proven to increase productivity in the agricultural value chain. UKUSAF, through its Strategic Plan 3, recognizes the importance of access and usage of ICT-based tools, information and knowledge for farmers by providing them the needed skills to live, learn, work and participate in a digital society.
We came up with a project which we took to UKSAF, and we're happy that UKSAF supported it. That project is called ICT for Farmers. What did we get from ICT for Farmers? We managed to skill up to 100,000 farmers.
In our sports news, organizers of the Kinyara Open Golf Tournament are impressed following a record entry at the tournament that has ended with Dennis Aguma winning the subsidiary category. Other winners were David Kamolindwa in the professionals category, while Joseph Chinyawai and Melon Chomjisha triumphed in their respective gender gross amateurs.
I managed to play two overs first round, but having played a 1 over on number 1, a 1 over on number 3, a birdie on number 4, a 1 over on number 5, and then a birdie on number 9, which brought me to 2 over first 9. So on going back the second 9, I managed to play the course as it is. So I played pars throughout, and then I played a 2 over on hole number 16, and then I finished with a birdie again on hole number 18, making me playing a 1 over second 9. So in total, I managed to play 3 overs in the 18-hole course.
And we are pleased that this year we have recorded more than 170 golfers who have participated, both amateurs and the pros. It has been a highly competitive tournament. We have our esteemed sponsors who you've seen here. They have made this happen. And the entire golf fraternity and the media have promoted this tournament. And we are pleased that it is on the golf calendar, not only in Uganda, but even across the globe, meaning that the golfers have an opportunity to get ranking in their competition. So it has been a very highly competitive tournament, and we keep improving it. We hope to see more improvements next year. And this is in line with our corporate social responsibility approach as Kinyara Sugar, where we give back to the community through such sports events and other community support projects.
Residents of Katanga in Mulago, Kampala have taken center stage as Japan International Cooperation Agency, JICA, and the Hope for Katanga community organization celebrated 60 years of Japan Overseas Cooperation volunteers.
The celebration drew hundreds to the Katanga playground for football and basketball contests.
Since 2001, we began to dispatch the JICA volunteers. So since then, we successfully dispatched more than 850 volunteers in Uganda. Currently, now our volunteers are staying, around 40 volunteers are staying in Uganda, and they are engaging in the several places and working together with communities in health, education, and agriculture, other social development.
Local teams battled for trophies as part of a push to grow youth sports in the area.
Katanga, we call it a slum, as you know, is full of many vices, drug abuse, smoking, theft from the young youth. Why are they doing this thing? There is scarcity of jobs in the country. So we as the project, we are dealing with the street children, HIV positive living children, children from poor families, neglected children, abandoned and funded children.
Volunteers also visited children's homes and met families across Katanga.
Today we're coming to Katanga slum, then we play with children, and also we have an event. It's called JOCB 60 anniversary event. So it's very grateful opportunity for us, and also we communicate, interact with each other, of course the NGO member, and not only that, but also we communicate with many children.
Japan International Cooperation Agency says the outreach recognizes the community's role and strengthens ties built over decades. Organizers say more community-focused activities are planned in the coming year.
And that is all we had time for this evening. We thank you so much for your audience. My name is Maureen Babidie with my colleague Mohamed Mogalu on Sign Language. Good night.